Welcome. Learn about Grand Princess cruise ship. Grand Princess is a Grand Class cruise ship owned by Princess Cruises, which was built in 1998 by Fincantieri Navali Italiani in Monfalcone, Italy, with yard number 5956, at a cost of approximately $450 million. She was the largest and most expensive passenger ship ever built at the time. Grand Princess was the flagship in the Princess Cruises fleet until the new Royal Princess took that title in June 2013. 2020 Coronavirus Outbreak on Cruise Ships. Public health officials from Placer County, California, reported that an older adult resident with underlying health conditions who died on March 4, 2020 had tested positive for SARS-CoV-2 after returning from a cruise from San Francisco to Mexico and back on Grand Princess between 11 and February 21, 2020. This marked the first death in California attributable to SARS-CoV-2. The source of the new case's infection appeared to be the same as that of a resident of Sonoma County who tested positive on March 2 and who was also aboard Grand Princess on the same dates. Consequently, Princess Cruises, the owner and operator of Grand Princess, working with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the Government of California, and public health officials in San Francisco, terminated a port call in Ensenada, Mexico planned for March 5 and ordered the cruise ship to return to San Francisco over concerns about the potential for an outbreak of SARS-CoV-2 aboard the cruise ship. After it had docked in San Francisco on February 21, 62 passengers that were on the previous cruise to Mexico had reboarded the ship as it set sail for Hawaii, making stops at Kauai, Oahu, Maui, and Hilo between 26 and February 29. These 62 passengers, who may have made contact with or been exposed to the same environment as the Placer or Sonoma County cases during the previous cruise, were quarantined in their own onboard staterooms on March 4 by order of the CDC. In addition, 11 passengers and 10 crew members were exhibiting potential symptoms of SARS-CoV-2, and Grand Princess was ordered by the Government of California to remain offshore while the California National Guard's 129th Rescue Wing airlifted test kits by helicopter to the cruise ship. On March 5, Princess Cruises confirmed that there were 3,533 people on board the ship, including 2,422 passengers and 1,111 crew members, representing 54 nationalities in total. On March 6, Vice President Mike Pence announced that of the 46 tests run on selected passengers and crew members on Grand Princess, 19 crew members and 2 passengers had tested positive for coronavirus, 24 had tested negative, and 1 test was inconclusive. Vice President Pence announced that the ship would be brought to a non-commercial port, and that they will be testing everyone on the ship and quarantining everyone as necessary. The U.S. does not intend to admit the cruise ship as its own cases. On March 7, Princess Cruises confirmed that Grand Princess was still at sea roughly 50 miles from San Francisco. The United States Coast Guard had airlifted supplies, including personal protective equipment, to the ship, and had medevaced a critically ill passenger and his travel companion for treatment unrelated to COVID-19. Design. Grand Princess was the first of the Grand Class cruise ships, and has a different decor scheme to her sister ships, using darker woods, and the interior decor is more similar to the smaller Sun Class ships. When Grand Princess was launched, she featured in the Princess Cruises brochures as a Sun Class ship. It was only with the subsequent launch of Golden Princess that the Grand Class appeared in brochures. She is the sister ship of Star, Princess and Golden Princess. Grand Princess was the setting for a task in the second series of the UK version of the reality TV show The Apprentice. Grand Princess has a large theatre, a large central performance lounge, and an aft-show lounge. In May 2011, Grand Princess completed the most extensive dry dock in Princess Cruises history that included a refit and removal of the passengers' lounge from her stern. This resolved her tendency to sail bow high and has improved her fuel economy by about 3–4%. The bow high tendency was peculiar to Grand Princess and does not affect any of the other Grand Class ships, as unlike Grand Princess they have aluminium upper decks. In March 2019, Grand Princess underwent another dry dock refurbishment. Ports of call. As of August 2019, Grand Princess is based year-round in San Francisco, California, sailing on itineraries for Alaska, Hawaii, the Mexican Riviera, and the California coast. Incidents. On August 9, 2017, a dead whale was found at the bow of the ship while docked in Ketchikan, Alaska. 2020 coronavirus outbreak. In March 2020, it was reported that 2 passengers of the ship's cruise to Mexico of 11 February 21, 2020, had contracted the COVID-19 coronavirus disease, and one of them had died. The announcement came as the ship approached San Francisco with 2,500 passengers aboard, some of whom were reporting symptoms consistent with the disease. And the ship was held offshore by authorities for quarantine and testing of some of the passengers and crew. Another Princess-owned Grand Class ship, Diamond Princess, also had experienced an outbreak of the disease in February 2020 and had been quarantined for nearly a month in Yokohama, Japan. At least 696 out of the 3,711 passengers and crew had contracted the virus, and 6 of them had died. On March 6, 2020, while the ship was near the coast of California, the California National Guard's 129th Rescue Wing dropped off and retrieved coronavirus tests. As of March 6, 45 people on the ship had been tested, and 21 tested positive, including 19 crew and 2 passengers. Among the other 29, 1 test was inconclusive and the others' tests were negative. Grand Princess will be allowed to dock at a non-commercial port in California on 7 or March 8, 2020, and all disembarking passengers will be tested for the coronavirus. Learn about Grand Princess cruise ship. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.